I've actually got some questions
Cool.
from some listeners that we're going to rattle off and give them some answers. Let's share our insights.
Love it.
Cool.
Hey, and thanks for sharing. Thanks for getting in touch and asking your questions.
Thanks for reaching out. Sorry for the late response. Okay. We got a few different kind of questions. Some are about mindset, some are about business, some are about marketing. Is there any particular ones you want to start with, or do you want me to just rattle them off by the in order they came in?
Feel like a mindset space at the moment to start this off. Let's go there.
Okay. So, first question. How do you stay motivated when you're not seeing results yet?
Oh, I like that one. Intelligent question.
It's a great question.
It is.
Because I do feel that way sometimes.
I feel like that all the time.
Yeah.
I would have more losses than what I have wins throughout the day. And
you reckon?
Yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. As in they're not detrimental losses.
Yeah,
when I say losses, I'm saying just difficult things that happen throughout the day.
Yeah.
Things that I have to do that I don't necessarily want to do. Do you know what I mean? So for myself, it's if I really focused on all those spot fires, on all those little losses throughout the day, I'd never push through. I would never go, I need to get through to get to that goal. I would just give up straight away. I'd go, well, this isn't worth it because I just keep getting so many losses. And I don't think you can really be motivated all the time. It's not that I think. You cannot be motivated 100% of the time. It's not a resource that you can just tap into. It's not like, okay, I'm going to be motivated now. It doesn't work like that. For me, it's a matter of discipline. Just being more disciplined in what you need to do and focusing and sticking to the plan. And eventually you will see that it will work out. And it's happened for me throughout my whole career in anything and everything I've done, from relationships, from business, from friendships, from anything I've ever done. As long as I've stuck to it, believed in it, I've always had the result at the end of the day. So I genuinely believe discipline is probably more important than motivation. It's like the gym as well. When you go to the gym, you're not motivated to go. I don't wake up at 5 in the morning and go, yes, let's go to the gym, pumped. It's difficult. I'm nice and warm in my bed. I then have to go out and stress my body to achieve growth, do whatever I've got to do. It's not a motivating thing. But I realize that I need to do 20,000 repetitions before I'm going to get the body, the level of fitness, the level of health that I want.
Okay. Let me dive into that question a bit. So you've spoken on this podcast about having a six-pack. Do you have a six-pack?
No.
Okay. So how do you still push for that six-pack? Like, what's the mental process that you go through? Because you still train, you still watch what you eat.
Yep.
How do you keep that going, having not achieved what you set out to achieve yet?
Yeah, good question, because it's arguably taken longer than what it should. No, not arguably. It has taken longer than what it should. And for me, it hasn't been my number one thing for the longest time. And it's almost that lie you buy into. I'll do it, I'll get there. For me, it's a level of accomplishment as well. And saying, yes, I've done it. Yes, I'm there. Yes, I can do it. And also with everything we're doing as far as the coaching and consulting world is concerned, and being on stage and all that sort of stuff, when I stand up there and say, I'm going to be, you guys need to be elite, you guys need to be the best, you need to be this, and this, I feel that it's hypocritical of me not being elite, the best in my physical health, telling others to be good in business or in their life or whatever it might be. So it's what motivates me to keep going and not give up on that goal. Maybe it's a little bit of stubbornness.
How do you stay motivated in the sense that, because the question was, how do you stay motivated when you haven't seen any results yet?
Okay. But I have seen results. I can't say I haven't seen results.
Yeah, I think
so you do get results throughout the day. And don't get me wrong, even though I say I have heaps of losses throughout the day, I overcome those losses. And that in itself is a win at the end of the day. But throughout that whole day, there's things and challenges that come up that I have to get through. And it happens with every single person. It's not just me as a business owner. My employees have this. I'll have my employee on site, my construction manager, call me. He goes, this, and this has happened. It's fucked. This is the worst day. I said, oi, chill out. What have you done to fix it? This. Cool. Problem solved. Yes, that was a difficult thing, but you've called the right people, you've engaged the right things, you've given the right advice, problem solved. Move on to the next one now. Stop focusing on the negative aspect of what you're doing because yes, I could just sit here and go, I'm fat. I hate this. I'm just going to give up. There's no point. I'm just going to have a dad bod for the rest of my life. All right. My wife still loves me. My kids still love me. You know, you're still my friend. I could still be on stage. I don't know after September. Right?
You don't get a six pack.
I can still get on stage. I'm not obese. I wear clothes that people
still
wouldn't
walk.
know. Yeah, like, do you know what I mean? There's so many factors for me to go, no, it's okay. It's okay, George. Just relax. You're 40. Relax. Why be stressed? For me as well, I have this really big thing, especially now that I am 40, is I want to be one of those grandfathers, but not even that, just in my 40s and just be in tip-top, like physical, mental health, physique, what's it called? At a elite level of my physical and mental health and spiritual health. Because I really feel at this age, you have to be disciplined. When we were 20, like so much energy. Do you know what I mean? You accidentally get a six pack just from the nature of what you're doing. And now it's actual effort. It's discipline. It's watching your food. It's eating the right, or taking the right supplements. It's a whole range of things that now have to come into play for that. So I have a huge connection to a level of excellence in my life. So that's what motivates me to continue to keep going. And I don't see it as a failure. Like I said it last year, I needed a six pack by my 40th birthday, which was July last year. And I don't see that as a failure because I did come a long way, even though I didn't achieve that. You're wearing a 10X hat right now. And that 10X hat isn't necessarily you want 10X of everything. But rather than aim for a 2-pack, aim for a 6-pack, you might get a 4-pack. Do you know what I mean? When I'm saying that. So the concept, how I see 10X as well, is it's not necessarily that you're going to achieve 10X wealth. But if you aim for a 2X, you might get 1X, or you might not even get there at all. But if you aim for a 10X, you might get a 7X. So for me, it's just a journey. It's an ongoing thing. Like I've made it a lifestyle change. I haven't made it I'm going to have a 6-pack in 6 months and then get fat again and then train again and have a 6-pack in 6 months.
That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, 100% you are. I know. I can't wait. I can't wait. For those of you that haven't taken a photo
and then get fat.
I've got 2 photos of Robbie in my phone eating a donut for breakfast. And each time I was mortified.
You can subscribe to my OnlyFans. I constantly update it there.
So what about yourself? How do you see it?
Yeah, so I think it comes down to changing your focus because it sounds like someone who's writing that sort of question, they're looking at the end result.
Yes.
And they're like, I haven't made the $1 million. I haven't done that thing. And it's like, you know, you've already achieved stuff you've set out.
So good.
That you thought were going to, you know,
make you happy.
Or make you happy, etc.
I had that moment yesterday driving in my car. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah,
I had that exact moment. I was driving my car and I was sitting there and I was thinking back to when we drove the Ferrari, Lamborghini and all that sort of stuff in Vegas.
My arm's fucked from that, by the way, yeah?
Hey, I got a hernia.
Yeah. Yeah, keep going.
So we think it happened there. I don't know. But when we were driving the supercars and I was driving my car to my in-laws and I was by myself and I was just thinking, oh, fuck, why isn't this a Lambo? Why isn't this car a Lambo yet? You know, and it made me go back and go, you know what? Fuck. It's not a Lambo, but it's still a very nice car. It's still people work their whole life and don't buy this car. People work their whole life and don't achieve the things that I've achieved. And I did have to take a step back and go and just practice a second of gratitude and just go, you know what, man? You're doing well. Just stick to the course. Trust the plan.
Yeah.
Don't give up. Keep going. All right? Because it might just take that extra 6 months. It might take that extra year.
It's probably going to take more than you. I think people underestimate what it's going to take.
Yeah. Yeah, without a doubt. I asked my son that question yesterday as well because we were driving and they do this thing they call spotto whenever they see a yellow car. I think it's a kid thing these days.
You don't do it?
I do it now. Flat stick. Anyway, my son calls spotto and we drive past the car. It was a Lambo and it was a yellow one. And we drive past it and my wife was in the car. She's like, oh, she goes, he looked like he was 20 years old, the guy driving that car. And I said to my son, I go, Stevie, What do you think when you see a young person like that? When I say young, I know it seems old to you, but when you see a 20-year-old driving a car like that, what do you think? I just wanted to test and see where his mind was at. I go, what do you think when you see that? And mind you, he hasn't been influenced by external factors. And he goes, I think that they're really successful. I think they've done things that, have made them a lot of money. So that's the way he went. He was thinking about it in a positive way. This person, being young, had achieved a level of wealth that he was able to buy that car. And it was funny, my wife was completely opposite. Again, not through fault of her own, but through her external factors. Growing up, I was the same growing up, and I'm sure you were too, and many people listening, is the only way that young person could have got that Lamborghini was if he was doing something wrong, illegal, or it was given to him. That's the only way we could possibly comprehend that this person would get that.
Sometimes we're justifying our own.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Too.
Exactly right.
And your son's quite young, so for him, that's probably still within reach.
Yes.
Hey, I'm still 10 years away from that.
That's right.
I'll get a Lambo when I'm 20.
Yeah.
And then you realize, having a Lambo when you're 20 is very hard.
It is. It is very hard.
Very
but
hard.
I still don't. Okay, so I still don't have a disbelief that I'm going to get that car, that I'm not going to get that car. Do you know what I mean?
So you still believe you are?
Oh, I think it's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
I don't see it as, hope in the next 10 years. 6 months, mate. It could change very quickly.
Very quickly.
It can change very quickly. I could win another 10 projects this year, all at a huge value. Who knows? There's so much that could happen, and we keep pushing the boundary. It's not like we're stopping at any moment. So I think you're 100% on. A lot of people will focus on that end result too much and just go, well, shit, I'm not there yet. I still don't have the car.
Yeah.
I don't have the relationship. I don't have this, and this. And I go, that's not a failure. That's just the journey. And you have to love the journey too. Sorry, you don't always have to love the journey, but the journey is a huge part of achieving the goal or getting to the destination.
Yeah. We've all heard those sayings about who you become, blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
But the biggest thing I think is changing your focus around if you always look for what you don't have, you'll always find something.
Yeah.
There will always be something you don't have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's always going to be someone with the bigger
Yeah.
the bigger boat, the bigger jet, the better car, more cars, the bigger garage, the bigger house, whatever it is.
Whatever it is, at any time.
It's focus on the wins. Do you know what I mean? What's come of it? How have you,
Yes.
what's happened in your last 90 days? Well, how have you improved? And if you haven't, then do that. Do you know what I mean? And it's okay, cool. I haven't reached my goal yet, or I haven't seen the results that I want to see yet. But I guarantee you, if you're doing the right things, there's some result. There's something has changed. Do you know what I mean? Something somewhere has changed. Whatever it is you do, even in a shorter term, if you're trying to lose 50 kilos and you're I haven't lost 50 kilos yet. Yeah, but you probably lost 5.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. There's your 10x thing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
You know what
You're
I mean?
aiming for 50, but if you never aimed for 50 in the first place, you probably wouldn't have even lost the 5. Because you'd be I'll try lose 5 kilos, and you might lose 1. You can lose 1 just by not drinking water for a day.
Yes. Very true. But yeah, I would change my focus. That's what I would.
Your focus determines your reality at the end of the day.
Yeah, what you focus on expands.
Mm-hmm.
So if you choose to focus on what's missing, you'll notice more of what's missing.
Yeah.
If you choose to focus more on what you've done and what you've achieved and what you have.
Yeah. I mean, we could do a whole episode just on that question, I reckon. Seriously.
Yeah, it's a great question.
It is a good question. There's so much more, and there's so many more layers to it and strategies that you can incorporate into that. But shorthand, they're the areas that I look at. And also, does what you're trying to achieve, does it line with your core values? Is it something you genuinely want? Is it something you genuinely need? Or is it put there by someone else? Sometimes your parents may want you to become a doctor. That's not necessarily your goal. You want to be
You want to make your parents proud.
Yeah, but it's exactly, but that's not your ultimate goal.
It's it's definitely a topic we could dive deeply into.
Mm.
If you like that clip and you want to watch another one, click just over here. And if you want to watch the full episode, click just over here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching.